Hi, do you suddenly find that it's harder to read menus in restaurants? Do you find that you're trying to take your books away from you to be able to read clearly? Do you also find that you're constantly pinching at your phone screen and trying to enlarge words and figures to be able to see them clearly? Welcome to the 40s Club. This is something called as presbyopia, and it happens to all of us after a certain age. So why does this happen to us? Why do we start having difficulty with near vision after we turn 40? So let's try to understand with the help of our phone camera. You must have noticed that there are so many cameras at the back of your phone. Some are for shooting near things, some are for shooting distance things, and then you always also have those options called 1x, 2x or near mode. So our phone needs a different lens to shoot clearly for distance or to shoot clearly for near. So our phone basically uses different types of lenses to shoot for distance or for near. Our eye is an amazing organ. So the eye has only one lens, but this lens has the magical ability to change its shape, and so it can be in a different shape while looking at distance, then it changes its shape again to start looking clearly for near. And this happens because the lens in our eye is very flexible. However, at 40 years of age, this lens starts becoming a little bit inflexible. So now it's no longer able to change its shape very easily to focus for near. And that's why we start feeling that near things are becoming blurry, we have to hold things far away, or we have to zoom things to be able to read them clearly. Don't worry, your eyes are not becoming weaker, you're not losing your eyesight, you're not going blind. This is simply how our body changes with age. Now, so many people ask me, what can I do to reverse this, or can I go back to my previous vision somehow? And I usually like to joke with them that the only way to reverse this is to find a time machine, go sit inside the time machine and go 10 years back. And that's how you're going to get your perfect reading vision back again. So jokes apart, this is a very, very normal part of aging, nothing to be worried about. Just like how our hair turns white with time, this is how our eye also responds to age. And there are so many ways we can make reading easier, and I'm going to talk about what are your options if you've started noticing these symptoms for you. So the simplest option is to start using reading glasses. If you were not using glasses previously, you don't need to wear these reading glasses all the time. Just put it in your pocket or in your purse, and then whenever you have to read small letters, you can just bring it out, put it on and put it back again. As simple as that. You must know that when you start out using reading glasses, you may need a small power like +1, +1.5. However, as time goes by, this power is going to increase, and the maximum the power will go to is around +3. You're not going to need beyond that. If you were already wearing glasses for distance or for near, then you can go for what is known as bifocal lenses, whereas the top part of the lens is for distance and the bottom is for near. Another great option is something called as progressive glasses in your lenses. Progressive glasses keep the top part for distance, the middle is for intermediate vision, and the bottom is for reading. The advantage here is that with one glass you're able to manage all ranges of vision. However, progressive glasses can be a little bit difficult to adapt to, and they're a little bit more expensive, so see to check whether you're suited for that or not. Now, if you don't like to wear glasses, if they don't match with your outfit, or you don't like to carry them around all the time, another great option is contact lenses. So there are some multifocal contact lenses available which have different zones for distance and for near, and you can just put them on and then you'll be able to read effortlessly without needing to carry your glasses. There is another option with contact lenses called monovision. This is a very interesting concept where we only give you a contact lens in one eye, and that eye works as your near vision eye and the other eye works as your distance vision eye. However, there might be some compromises in image quality, and I strongly recommend that you discuss this with your doctor before trying this option out. If you think that both contact lenses and spectacles are a lot of work and you want a more permanent solution for your eyes, there are some other options also available. So these are, however, both of these options require surgery. The first option is refractive lens exchange. This is very similar to cataract surgery. What we do in this surgery is we remove the natural lens from your eye and we put an artificial multifocal lens inside your eye. Again, this lens has the ability to focus both far and near with a single lens, and then your dependence on glasses is going to reduce. The second option is called presbyLASIK. PresbyLASIK is a type of laser surgery, laser eye surgery, which is very similar to the regular LASIK that is done to remove glasses. We make some modifications in that, and then that's how we give you near vision as well as distance vision. Both of these surgeries will require extensive evaluation to assess whether you are a suitable candidate or not, and you will have to see a doctor to get these done. The third option, if you've been following the news, then you might have read or heard about these new magical eye drops that promise to get rid of your glasses. So what are these exactly? There are some new eye drops available in the market that constrict your pupil. Pupil is the small window in the eye through which light enters the eye. So these eye drops constrict the pupil and they give you some kind of near vision lasting for a couple of hours. These drops do not have a permanent effect, and in some recent studies the drops have shown to increase the risk of retinal detachment or retinal tears in the eyes. It is very essential that before using these drops we get our retina completely checked by a retina specialist to check whether these drops are suitable for us or not, or if there are any preventive safety things we can do before using these drops. If you're watching this video so far, the drops are not to be purchased over the counter from a pharmacy because of these side effects, and prescription from a doctor who's assessed your suitability for these drops is highly recommended and even essential. So now that you know there's so many options to fix your eyesight after 40 years and reading glasses are not your only option, does that make adjustment a little bit easier? Let me know.